Yeah, my plan on Monday and Tuesday is to just jam as much possible, like Red Black versus Phoenix, the Mirror, and Enchanties. Yeah. Tracks.
I agree.
Yeah. Um. So okay, for Phoenix, in this list, are we do we not burn out Sellsword?
I'd like to bring out one. Like I'm looking to go minus a cell sword, minus two anger, and then I'm for sure, and then like minus a Titan strength, and bringing in. Hold on.
I have -3 Titan strength so that we can get in the two Hazarets.
Yeah, no, actually, I know that. Yeah, yeah. Just like I changed my list around so much, I'm just like sliding all the numbers in between these. Uh, but like, yeah, I want to bring in the two Hazarets, the two Forges, the two Pushes, and the. I think I want to play Feed the Swarm as well.
Okay, I like that. Are we
And
cutting the
so
four
then
strength?
you just go four strength, two angers at six, and a cell sword that's seven.
So,
Cool.
let's check that out.
Any contention here? All right. Next one, blue light control. I guess I've clearly not played this matchup enough. Does someone with more experience have thoughts?
Yes, you go minus four Titan strength, minus two anger, minus two push, minus two rage, right? So that's
Correct.
eight.
Yep. Yep.
Then four Thoughtseize, two Hazaret, um, and then
Oh, this
a
is a clean 10. 10 for 10.
Yes. That is a clean 10 for
yep.
10. I mean, we have 10 pretty bad cards in our deck. So, I mean, game one Titan Strength is not a bad card. So, in the match, like it's fine. I don't
I've
know.
been bopping a lot of blue white players by like attacking a new one. Like I attacked and the Emperor and I pushed with the Exile.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Been getting a lot of people with that lately.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Enchanties, where do people land on this?
Get these angers once again out of my deck.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much get cut in every matchup.
I think
So,
Claim to the Fame gets cut here because when I was playing versus Boston, his deck only contained removal that exiled my creatures.
yeah.
Yeah, if that's what they're on, you remove Claim to Fame. But if they're on the black version, or if they have like four knockout blows,
Sure. And then I thought Thoughtseize was pretty nice here. Feed the Swarm, obviously. I'm not really sold on any of the alt threats though. Like maybe Forge, but I just haven't played it. But like Hazard and Ob seem pretty bad to me.
Yeah, I think you want to be hyper aggressive in this matchup,
Yeah.
but with Thoughtseize. So you trade out a little bit of your explosiveness, and I believe I'm cutting two anger, one claim, and then I'm cutting
Two push.
two push
Yeah.
because reckless rage they have some X force in their deck that you actually can't kill. Especially post-board Archon, if they're playing it, can be
Well, I
kind of
mean,
annoying.
also sometimes you just have like Fable tokens or whatever, right? And like the Reckless Rage, like triggering your Ember Heart is like a real thing.
Yeah,
Slightly easier on the
yeah.
mana.
Also, they just a bunch of those lists just play 2 Archon in their sideboard.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Like yes,
yeah,
you just need
so
some
and just
answers in
doing
your
full
deck.
damage to it.
Okay,
Yep.
that tracks to me. Junsack, I am actually not super sure. I have lost to Junsack more than I would like to admit. I kind of think removal's bad there though. I haven't really liked Hazoret because she gets chump blocked a bunch. Forge seems actually kind of great here.
Or just either a 10 or a 0.
Yeah.
Is this potentially a board 0 cards matchup?
No. I like Hazoret,
I do too. Because
and
Hazard plus Rage kind of is a nice little zing zwang against them, right? Where
Mhm.
it's now a problem, right? Then they don't really have any answers to that problem that are good.
Okay.
like I think I don't really like the Titan strength against them. So here's what I've been struggling with here is I think you need to really play this a lot differently depending on whether you're the player or the draw. Like if you're on the play, your pushes are good because your Kumano flips and then you fatal push their Mayhem Devil, right?
Yep.
But if you're on the draw, you can't do that. Wait, or is it backwards? It's backwards, right? If you're on the play, you don't really have access to that. And so I've had like, and then when you're on the draw, your challenger's a lot worse because like it just gets bricked so hard by
Blood Tithe.
Blood Tithe.
Tracks to me.
I've been bringing in like some number of thought seizes
On the draw or both?
on the draw. I think on the play, you just wanna get them. I think you like basically don't need the board if you're on the play. Except Hazrets are good, I think.
Do we not want to feed the swarm against this deck?
I think we do.
Pretty sure we do.
We just want a clean answer to Mayhem Devil.
It also killing the talent might be relevant.
It can matter.
Andy, have you liked Hazoret versus Sack and Phoenix?
I love it against Phoenix. I like it against Sack.
Okay, I will consider adding a couple to my side with it because I have not been found a post-board Phoenix config that has felt good for me, even though I'm on a different deck.
I've been bringing in Hazarets like basically everywhere almost.
Okay, that might be the answer I need, honestly.
Wait, Andy, what are you boarding out versus Sack to make room for all these Thoughtseizes? Just all the Titan strength?
Honestly, I don't know. I do it a little bit differently every time, and I don't think you want the 4 Thoughtseize. And so it's like I don't know if you're supposed to like trim a sellsword. I don't know if you're supposed to trim your Emberheart challengers. I don't know if you're supposed to trim like I think the best way might actually just be the coward's way out, and that's like just take out one sellsword, one Titan strength, one challenger, and then like maybe some number of pushes if you're like on the draw.
Wait, but push kills Mayhem Devil on the draw.
Sorry, if you're on the.
Oh,
sorry,
sure. Okay.
I'm tired, and I haven't cracked it, so I don't know.
No, yeah, of course. I mean, does anyone else have thoughts here?
I mean, I think this is one of the matchups where I play hyper aggressive, and it tends to work out for me. So I'm not sure exactly what to sideboard in. I probably do this wrong, and I do play Hearse in this matchup. So I don't bring any thought seizes.
I just like want to hit removal devils, and I just feel like they have a lot of cards that we normally don't care about, but if we're on the draw, they're like now they're problematic.
Yeah, yeah. Also, like, I think there are very few really good sack players, and I don't think I've played against any of them on Mono.
You keep all your Titan strengths like all the time.
In the matchup, I keep. Look, so I board in 2 Hearse, 0 Thoughtseize, 1 Feed the Swarm. So I do not bring in any Thoughtseizes, and I leave in. I cut 1 Cell Sword, 2 Titan Strength. I leave in all 4 challengers. Maybe that is wrong.
You might be right because you also just like need threats. So honestly, I don't know. I feel like just
It's
if
just
you're on the
tough.
play, it's a buy, and if it's game one, it's like really easy.
Yeah.
And then post board on the draw is where I'm like really lost.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, just like on the draw, definitely feels like way more of an uphill battle. But I guess that kind of tracks for all the matchups. For green, just to like keep it moving, I like boarding out Claim to Fame, and then I haven't really played this matchup that much, but I think this may be one of the matchups that I like boarding out Kumano in. Specifically, Angels and like Green are the matchup that I think the theory makes the most sense in, because we want to be trading out Kamano for our other one drop interaction and push and Thoughtseize.
I don't know. Maybe against Angels, but against Green, I don't think you do that.
I agree.
I'm usually bringing out like the claim, and I'm bringing out all of my Emperor Heart challengers.
Okay, I'm in the same spot. I am bringing out
Wow.
Claim and Emperor Challengers. I'm bringing out 1 Claim, 3 Emperor Hearts. I only bring in 4 cards. So
What four
I
cards
bring
are you bringing
in against Green. I'm bringing in only my pushes, my feed, and well, I guess beforehand I was playing an additional removal spell too. I was just bringing in removal and taking out challengers, and my
Interesting.
1 Claim.
Okay, no Thoughtseize?
I found Thoughtseize to be really awkward on the play. Sorry, on the draw. Like, really awkward on the draw, and losing game 1 to Green is functionally very hard to do.
Yeah,
I've
true.
been experimenting with just boarding pretty heavily. And just doing something like 4 Ember Heart, 2 Ancestral Anger, 1 Claim to Fame, and then I'm just bringing in 4 Thought Seizes, my pushes, my Feed the Swarm. Like, I just want. Like, they're a synergy deck, and they're clunky. And it's like, if you just don't let them assemble all of the pieces, their deck kind of crumbles.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really bad at getting to 6 mana in those situations. And like, I find that deck to have a very hard time beating us if they aren't casting the stupid fucking 3 green card.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if the game is about them putting a 4/4 on the battlefield on the ground, I don't think we ever lose those games. So,
You know, I just want removal and Thought Seizes. I don't challengers don't do anything,
I agree.
and I'm not interested in. Maybe I'm supposed to keep my angers. I just kind of feel like it doesn't do enough. And you're mostly just getting in with slick shots or Heartfire heroes that are gigantic.
I mean, Thoughtseize does seem a lot worse on the draw to me. Like, I could see on the play cutting, like, some Angers and some more Ember Hearts for Thoughtseize, and then on the draw not boarding in Thoughtseize and trying to just be a little bit more lean and, like, kill them a little bit more consistently.
I mean, I will also say that I think this is one of the more lopsided matchups in Pioneer. So, I think it's very, very lopsided in your favor.
I think maybe you can leave in the anger. Like, if you don't want to bring in all the Thought Seizes, you can, like, only bring in 2 and leave in your Ancestral Angers or something. I just think the Ember Heart Challenger is not a good Magic card in that matchup.
I agree. I don't think you can leave it in your deck there.
Cool. Let's do Angels next. So this is another one where I'm like been boarding out Kamano a lot and have liked it quite a bit. I also think that like this is the matchup where the backside body is like the worst in the format. Because they'll just have like one random mopey angel laying around, and then all of a sudden, Kamano's like, backside isn't that great.
That's really interesting, actually. That might be like that might be the move.
That actually sounds that sounds reasonable to me.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I think I
I've
like
only played
that.
against angels like I've only played against angels like 2 or 3 times in the last couple of weeks.
I've played
and
against angels so
I've-
much for some reason.
It's funny. I've won like every match I've played against angels.
Yeah, same. Angels is an awful deck.
It is the definition of a born loser. I will agree.
So it's like so we don't want our Kumanos and we don't want our claim to fame.
You can probably cut like 2 Challenger or something. Although Challenger with like Reckless Rage on the play, like sometimes they portable hole your shit. And like I've had games where like post board you actually want to grind versus them a little bit because you're playing like this Thoughtseize removal both each other's creatures game.
So right now, like I want to bring in 4 Thoughtseize, 2 push, and 1 feed.
Agreed.
And I don't know, like I haven't really loved Challenger for the same reasons like against Mono Green, but if we're bringing out Kumano, then I feel like we need Challenger to have a target for our Reckless Rage.
I agree. I don't think you can board out too many more threats in that situation.
Is it insane to board out a Cell Sword on the draw here? Maybe on the play, but that maybe like more so on the draw.
I mean, that's how you kill them in like every single game, right?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
tough
think you
to
can.
board them
I
out.
think you want all of them.
I just like kill them by attacking a decent amount. I don't know.
I think Derek might be a cell sword hater. I think it actually might be a thing.
That's probably true.
True.
I just like attacking people with creatures, man. Cell Sword's overrated. What can I say?
Oh, I don't love Anger, Ancestral Anger in this matchup.
Oh, sure. That makes it way easier.
Because sometimes they have Thalias and sometimes they have like Archon of Emeria. And then it's just like 4 Kumano, 1 Claim to Fame, 2 Anger, and then like 4 Thoughtseize, 1 Feed the Swarm, 2 Push.
Yeah, that's a clean 7 for 7.
Mhm.
Let's talk about this red white high noon deck. I've played 0 matches versus this deck, so someone else needs to lead this.
If you win the die roll, you can maybe win game 1. Because like you basically they have like all of the most important powerful cards against you, and if they play them on curve if they're on the play, you cannot win. Like if you're on the draw and they have like turn 1 removal spell, turn 2 high noon, it's over. If you're on the play, you can steal it because if you go like 1 drop and then double 1 drop and then they play a high noon, they can be like too far behind. Or if you go like Kumano into like Challenger, then like and they can't torch your Challenger because it's too big, you can put them behind.
It's also
Post-
a match where you never plot.
Mono seems really.
You always play.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
And then I want to bring in hand cards. I'm looking at. I don't like push. I don't like ancestral anger. I don't like reckless rage.
Doesn't all their removal spells exile?
Sometimes they have knockout blow, and they also have get loss.
Okay.
So like flame has been kind of hit or miss for me.
I would be down to board out Claim if we have something decent for it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty anti wanting to ever play this matchup, by the way. It's felt pretty bad the 2 times I've played against it. Like it just feels like you are royally fighting uphill. Unless you resolve Forge, which then the game is over.
I bring in all my Titan strengths also.
We're bringing out all the Titan strength?
Hold on. So I'm looking at my map right here, and I have 10 in and 11 out.
What are you bringing in?
So I want to bring in 4 Thoughtseize. I want to bring in Feed the Swarm. I want to bring in 2 Forge. I want to bring in 2 Hazaret, and I want to bring in 1 Ob Nixilis.
Okay, I thought they played like 12 exile removal spells. Why are we bringing in Hazaret?
Well, it's like Torch and
in like March and
Yeah.
Emperor.
I guess if it's not Emperor, this sounds okay.
And it's like a lot of times you don't even need to attack and do it.
Right.
I've like won a lot of games by just denying them an Emperor target and then just like discarding the Hazaret and then like flinging it at them.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Maybe I need to be playing more of the Sellsword card.
Oh yeah, dude. Then you start to fling your Forge tokens. You start to fling your Hazaret. Like my god.
Cool. Wait, so I have 11 cards coming in? Or 11 cards coming in. No, 10 cards coming in, 11 cards going out. I have 1 Claim to Fame, 2 Anger, 2 Push, 2 Reckless Rage, 4 Strength. I guess we can just keep the Claim to Fame.
You can keep a Claim to Fame. You can also like keep a Titan Strength.
Yeah, sure. I'll leave it up to vibes. Leave it up to the people. Fuck. Is there any other match people want to talk about that aren't on this board sheet?
Look. The only. I mean, most of the aggressive matchups are very similar to how we have boarded out, so no, I don't think so.
I would be interested, and this is something we need to do in this meeting, but Casey, if you could like write up a list of decks where you're always just trying to stay really, really aggressive post board, that would be insightful.
Yeah, yeah. So I tend to stay more aggressive, probably more than most players. Probably because I have I tend to be very aggressive on the play in a lot of matchups where it allows me to. So against green, I try to stay very aggressive. Against obviously in the mirror, everyone's very aggressive in the mirror if you're on the play, right? If you're not aggressive in the mirror on the play, you're crazy. Junsack, I try to stay aggressive on the play and the draw. High Noon, you have no choice. You have to fucking board in all these cards, or you have no chance. But yeah, no, I'll go through each one of the like, let's say the top 15 decks, and say which ones I try to stay aggressive against and which ones I try not to. I'll try to do it on play draw too, just because like on the draw, obviously you don't really have a choice in a bunch of these matchups.
And I think we probably don't want to do this right now over the call, but like if you could just post a list.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I can do that for everybody.
Yeah, appreciate it.
One of the cards I know that you kept posting about, Derek, was Mageblade Lizard, and I don't think you want any of those cards in your deck. Only because I think if you want to play Mageblade Lizard, you probably want to play 4 of them, and I don't think you have space.
Yeah, no, I played a bunch versus Bobby on Phoenix versus Red Black post board, where I just started with a Lizard in my opening hand, and we played 6 games, and it went 3-3. And I'm like, if we're playing 4 dedicated sideboard slots just for Phoenix, and it's always in my opener hand, and I went 3-3, I'm just like not happy about it. Like that's just not a content plan. Like it just wasn't really soloing the games in the way I'd wanted to.
Yeah, no, that I think that checks out. I think it's reasonable because like I would expect something very similar, that it would be pretty tough to make that how do I say this well, you guys are never, obviously everyone here is not keeping 1 land hands like ever, so like I'm shipping a lot of 1
I keep
hand
1-landers on the
lands.
draw sometimes.
I'm
Yeah, it
taking
depends on
winners if I'm on the draw and I've already gone to 6.
Yeah. If I have 1 land on the draw on 7, I'm probably like 99% of the time mulliganing.
Yeah.
It would. I don't know what the makeup of the hand would have to be and what the matchup would have to be, but it's like you need to draw a second land. Like you need to have 2 lands in this deck to operate. So
Okay.
Still looks pretty clean.
Yeah, no, I feel pretty good about this deck. I need to go through all my cards and figure out what cards I'm actually missing at this point. I definitely don't own or Rest Forge or Feed the Swarm.
I
think
ordered some
I-
Titan Strengths.
God, mine are still in the mail.
I want to borrow most of these cards, but I'm like,
I
I'm
own.
not making whoever's gonna loan me these cards. I'm not gonna make them go through all their bulk looking for Titan Strengths. Which I think
Do you
just
normally
Titan
borrow
Strengths
all your
is-
cards, Cindy?
Huh?
Do you normally borrow most of the cards you play with?
Most of the time.
I'm guessing you own Amulet, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Titan Strength will probably be the worst card any of us have ever registered. And a
Oh,
serious Magic
nope.
tournament.
Pioneer.
Nope. Sorry, not even close for me. I've registered some real stinkers in Legacy Lands.
Yeah, that's fair.
I registered pieces of the
I
puzzle
won a
in
tournament?
2 RCs.
Man, I won a tournament with my main win condition being Nintuko Monastery, mate.
I don't know what that card is.
Give it a Google. Give it a Google. Main win condition in the entire deck. Just give it a peek. Pre-Dark Depths
Threshold?
combo.
Oh, if we're going pre-Dark Depths, then yeah, you're really in the Dark Ages with some bad cards.
Wait, what? This card seems good.
That card.
It's in modern
You-
now, right?
This
Casey,
card
this card
seems
does not
good.
seem that bad.
You had 3 win. You technically had 4 win conditions in your entire deck. You ready? Legacy Lands pre-Dark Depths win condition, and also like pre-Tyler Tracker and all that stuff. You had 2 Nintuko Monasteries, a Barbarian Ring, and 1 Mishra's Factory.
So we just didn't want to win the game, is what I'm hearing.
This is also like maybe at the time a pretty close to an S tier deck in the format.
Mm.
Just nobody played it because nobody owned the cards.
Yeah.
It's even back then Tabernacle was expensive. So and
Right.
all the cards for it were really expensive. But and then they